Okay, money mistake that we're talking about today that I see so many people making, it's really, really common, is not tracking their spending. A lot of people will tell me, I don't know where my money went, which is a little bit ironic considering they were the ones that spent it. So what that tells me is that they're really just not watching where the money went, and that they're spending without intention. Often I will also hear that people have tried budgeting in the past and then they didn't follow the budget. One of the reasons that a budget doesn't work is future you, like we've already talked about. The other reason is that we're just not tracking our spending. So this lesson or this topic comes with two different exercises. The first one is I want you to look back a minimum of 1 and a maximum of 6 months, depending on how much time you have to spend on this. And I want you to tally up all the money that you've spent on your wants. That might be new shoes, or that might be stopping at Starbucks. Whatever it is, I want you to know how much you have spent in those areas. And for some of you, that number is going to be bigger than you care to admit. But it's very important for you to know how much was spent in those areas. The second task for today is I want you to spend a few minutes choosing a tracking method moving forward. It's 2020 and lots of our banking systems now have native apps inside that will track your spending. You can use mint.com, or you can just keep your receipts and put them in an envelope in your wallet. That works really well. But what works better is 2 other systems that I've created. One is an online spending tracker. I'm going to give you access to it as your bonus for today. And what that is a online spending tracker. Like I just said, you jot in how much you've spent in what category. It'll keep a running tally. And if you have more than one person spending out of the accounts or spending in the budget, then this is a really great way to stay on the same page. It'll tally everything for you, and you can review it on a regular basis. But what works even better than that is bank account architecture. It's my magic wand, and I will not be covering it in this challenge. I'm sorry, but it takes more than 10 minutes, so it doesn't qualify for this challenge. But if you do want to learn about bank account architecture, let me know, because we're going to be covering it in depth. We spend an entire week on it inside of the Pretty Money course starting in February, and it is my magic wand. It's the thing that I am told time and time again that made the difference for people, not only in achieving their goals, but also in feeling confident with their money. And finally, keeping them on track with their budget. So I would really encourage everybody to learn how to do that. The Coles Notes version is that you match your bank accounts with your budget. You open up an account for each of the different categories. Most people end up with somewhere between 7 and 15 accounts, and each account has its own purpose. Now, the nice thing about this is there's no tracking required. You add the money into the account on a monthly basis, depending on what your budget says, and you spend from that account. So all you need to do is open up your bank statement or your banking app on any given day, and you know exactly how much went in, how much has been spent, and what you have left to spend. I love this system, and I really hope that you get the opportunity to put it in place in your life, and I would love to share it with you in the Pretty Money course. But that is not what we're doing today. What we're doing today is looking back 1 to 6 months and tallying up our wants, as well as choosing a method moving forward. So tell us the method that you chose and how much you've spent.